All right, welcome to this training section, which is step 2 of your legal website disclaimers, which is actually editing the legal website disclaimers so that way they are specific to your company. Now, again, we've already gone ahead and done pretty much, I would say 99% of the work here, okay? It's literally copy and paste for you, but this is where you're gonna have to go and customize it yourself based off of your own individual company information, okay? So first off, there's going to be the terms, there's the privacy policy, and then there is the disclosures. And then we're going to walk you through each of those and what you're going to go ahead and do for each of them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with terms. Now, just if it wasn't clear, we're here under sites, websites, and then we have the actual legal website disclaimers template that you've gone ahead and downloaded from the previous settings. And so we're going to start off with the terms here. So we're going to go ahead and click on edit. I'm a big proponent of I like to go ahead and edit in a new tab. It's completely up to you. It's going to then go ahead and open up inside of a new tab right over here. Okay, and then what you're going to do once it opens up inside of this new tab, you'll see that inside of the guide for this specific training, we have over here the parts that you're going to have to edit, right? And so you can use, there's a hotkey called Command F or Control F on your keyboard, okay? Now, if you can't actually do Command F or Control F on your keyboard, let's say you don't know how to use hotkeys, because what's going to happen here is going to pop up this kind of search bar over here, right? So if you don't know how to do that, you can actually go ahead and go over to your browser, click on the 3 dots, and then from there, you're going to be able to see Find and Edit, right? And then you go ahead and click on Find from there and open up this box. And then what you're going to do here for the terms is you're going to look for wherever it actually says. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see, right? So you're going to look at wherever it says your company name. You got to make sure that you put your company name there, right? So, and without the brackets. So what you want to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to do, let's say in my case, it's NutriFit Wellness. Now what I'm going to do is in our company, right? Obviously you are not going to put NutriFit Wellness. If that's not clear, please make sure that you do not put NutriFit Wellness. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put over here your company name. I'm going to copy that, right? So I went ahead and copied that right there. So you'll see I have 25 places, right? It tells me right over here, there are 25 places where I need to go ahead and edit that, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to copy NutriFit Wellness, okay? So Command C or Control C on your keyboard. And then I'm just going to start highlighting and pasting, okay? So then I go to the next one and then it tells me company name. I'm going to go ahead and highlight right over here. And I'm going to go ahead and paste, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process. And you see how sometimes when it does that, you have to click on the arrow again because otherwise the yellow sometimes disappears. So you just go ahead and do that, okay? And so that way, it's very easy for me to just go in and I'm just copying and pasting company name, boom, paste, right? And if the spacing gets messed up, you just got to fix up the spacing there. See, so we've gone ahead and literally made it as plug and play for you as possible. So you'll see I have now a few other places. I got to go ahead and do this for 21 different places. So you'll see on here, it does tell me that, oh, I made a mistake. Okay, sorry, it wasn't 21 different places. It's 121 different places, okay? So you can go ahead and do it that way and go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and fill in, copy and paste all that. Again, it shouldn't take you more than a couple minutes to do. I know it sounds like a lot, 121, but it's literally just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and then you have that done, okay? After that, you then have your support email. So we go ahead and from the guide, I'm going to copy support email and you will see that we have 8 support email places. Okay. And support email is going to be right over here. So we do support at, now this is going to be your company one. Okay. So in our case, we're going to do nutrifitwellness.com, just like that. And then I can copy this one as well, just like we did previously, just like that. And then I can go ahead and go to the down arrow and I can go ahead and repeat that same process just like we did for your company name. So again, you'll see we've done most of the work for you, right? This is not something that you have to go in and do yourself, right? So we've gone ahead and done that. And you just have to follow the instructions, okay? Same thing we then have is for year. So I can go in over here and I can just put in, if I don't want to copy it, I can type it in as well. So you'll see that there's only one place for year right over here. You actually have to go in and put in whatever year it is. So let's say it's 2025. You're going to go ahead and put the year in right over there. And then you're going to do the same thing for date as well. Now, date doesn't have brackets on it and you'll see the reason why. So you got to be careful here. Obviously, you're not going to put last updated, right? So that's not going to be right. But the date over here, what you want to do is you want to remove these brackets and you want to put whatever date it is right now, right? So let's say, for example, it is February, okay, February, let's say it's 25th, and it is currently 2025, and I'm going to remove the bracket so that way it looks clean like that, okay? Then I check, is there any other date? No, right? I'm looking for a capital date, right? These are all not capital date, right? So that's the only date. There's only one date that I got to go ahead and do. Same thing I'm going to go ahead and do is for state now. Let's go ahead and check for state. You'll see that we have over here for the jurisprudence located in what state. So this is going to be the state that you are located in, right? So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put Texas, okay? We're going to see, is there any other state right over here? For me, because I'm located in Texas, that is where I'm going to go ahead and put Texas, okay? Now, sometimes I will also just double check and see state without any brackets just to make sure, but it looks like we're good to go with that. Okay. We then go over to address, and then over here, you'll see that it has so company name, we obviously would have already done. I'm just walking you through as an example here. Support email, or by regular mail at, and then this is going to be your business address. Okay, now if you don't have a business address, you can just go ahead and put your address on there. It's not that big of a deal. If you're not comfortable with having any address on there, again, this is something that you can also go ahead and remove on there if you would like. Okay, so you can go ahead and remove that if you don't have a business address that is on there. Okay, next up, after that, we then have website domain. So let's see if website domain pops up on here. Yep, so website domain, this is going to be where your website domain is going to be. So in this case, this would just be nutrifitwellness.com, right? So I just go ahead and put that right over there. And you can add www if you want. You don't have to add www. It's completely up to you because both of those would take you to the right place. So right over here, website domain, I go ahead and copy it just like that. Now, this is where you want to be smart about this, okay? Because you are not a remote control student who just wants to be spoon-fed, right? You see how the rest of this is all capital? This is where it might serve me to actually go ahead and put all of this as capital. So I'll go nutrifitwellness.com. And then from there, I would just go ahead and have it all capital, okay? Because then it all matches with the rest of the text that's on there, okay? Same thing over here, website domain, and then there's only about one more place for that. So altogether, there was 3 places for that, okay? So that is terms, and these are all of the variables that you have to change for that. Now, obviously, do not wait to be spoon-fed. You're a business owner now, okay? You're resourceful. Go through and just quickly glance through this and see, hey, is there anything else that I got to change? If you do have any questions, like let's say, for example, the spacing is messed up, right? So make the spacing a little bit less, right? Organize it a little bit more. Make it look a little bit nice, presentable, right? For yourself. So that way everything is nice there. Additionally, right? So what I'm seeing on here is that there's another one on here that they didn't have brackets, your company name, right? So this one didn't show up when I did the company name search like this with the command F. This one did not show up because it didn't have brackets, right? So in that case, I would have to actually be resourceful and actually put in my company name there, right? So obviously it wouldn't just say your company name because it's in capital letters there. So you got to look at this a little bit carefully and make sure that, hey, we've done 80-90% of the work for you. You just got to look at this a little bit more carefully. Make sure as you are going through this, you are also hitting save. That is the SEO metadata on there if you want to go ahead and tweak that or edit that in any way, shape, or form, but terms and service is fine there as well. And then you hit update and save. Boom. Okay. Now, publish, we are going to get to this when we actually talk about linking everything together and putting this on your domain name. So you don't have to worry about publish right now. You just have to worry about save. Okay. Now, once the terms is done, you are then going to go over and you're going to go back, okay? And then we're then going to be able to go ahead and go over to the privacy policy, right? So I open this up and the privacy policy is going to be very similar, okay? So we got company name. I'm going to be able to do Control F or Command F on my keyboard again, okay? And then you're going to see company name. Now, date, same thing. You're going to notice the exact same thing that we're talking about as before. Now, because the privacy policy is a little bit shorter, I don't think there are as many places. But again, you just want to read through it, make sure that you are rocking and rolling. There is the date element there, right? So there's going to be company name, there's going to be support email, there's going to be year, there's going to be date, and then there's going to be address as well. And so you just want to follow the same process that we walked you through when we did the terms, where you want to go ahead and look at all of the places that we've already gone ahead and done the work for you. And you just want to make sure that all of that is existing there, right? So support email, company name, year, just go read through it, copy and paste, take the time. It shouldn't take anything more than a couple minutes. And then once you are done with that, you want to make sure that you go ahead and hit save. You can look over the SEO metadata again. We've already gone ahead and made it very generic for you so that way it's easy for you, already filled out for you. Update SEO metadata, hit save one more time so that orange button disappears. And then that way you're going to be done with the actual privacy policy. And then finally, the last one that you want to go ahead and make sure that you do is going to be for the actual disclosure. Okay, so again, same exact process that we're walking you through here. Edit in terms of the new tab if you want to do that, or just click on edit button in general. Once that actually ends up loading up, what you're then going to go ahead and do is you're actually going to go ahead and do the same process. Your company name, your support email, you're going to go ahead and fill in the date that you actually did that, address if you have the address, and phone number as well. Exact same process that we're doing for terms, privacy, and disclosure, and what all of that is going to look like. You'll notice here that the disclosures are significantly smaller, so that's going to be much easier for you to be able to review. Once you are done with that, make sure that you just go ahead and click on save, update SEO metadata, and then go ahead and save there as well. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once you've actually gone ahead and done that, you then are going to have all three of these in terms of the terms, the privacy policy, and the disclosure, the templates that we have now provided for you. You're going to have those edited according to your specific company. And that's literally it. That's all it takes in order to go ahead and edit the legal website disclaimers. It's going to take you maybe half an hour to go ahead and knock this out. Trust me, just go ahead and do it. It's a one-time project. And then in the next step, we're going to walk you through how to put this on your domain and then actually link this on your website. So that way you are legally protected. And that way, once you start doing paid advertising and everything, you are good to go. And the beautiful thing is that these legal website disclaimers, the reason why they are a separate site altogether is because whenever you make a new website, whenever you go ahead and create a new funnel, whenever you create anything, this is the policy and these are the legal website disclaimers that you have forever that are going to allow you to be able to go ahead and link them over and over and over again. So they're a foundational piece, business basics. You got them one time. You are ready to rock and roll. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get over to the next step. We will catch you in the next training section.